and boom. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions again, back with another exciting Saturday night. Y'all guys know I try my best to have some fun on this YouTube channel, but I'm gonna tell you what, tonight gonna be a special night because I got an all Apple guy in the building. Woo! So that means that we're gonna talk some Apple news. Y'all guys just don't know how we gonna talk about it tonight. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, guys, I do these live streams, as you may know, but we gonna get right into it. So welcome to the live stream. All right, we got three interesting guys in the building. This is how we do it. First guy, we got the Apple guy. I got to let him go first. Apple Geek in the building. Let everybody know who you are.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is Apple Geek, and today I am here with a whole bunch of different YouTubers, and we're gonna be going on a very exciting live stream. This is my first legitimate live stream, so super excited.
Yes, and I can tell you one of the things that I'm looking at when I pull up your channel here, that you got it going on. Check him out, Apple Geek. Dang, wow, man, 19,000 subscribers, guys. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, man.
Hasn't been.
I like this, and I'm glad. I see you got some videos about iOS 11. Is Apple gonna fix iOS 11? We're gonna talk about that tonight.
Oh yes.
Check his channel out right here at Apple Geek, right here on YouTube. He got reviews, jailbreaks, and hacks. You know what? I like that banner. They're my favorite color right there. But I see you got some stuff going on in this banner. Got that Apple logo. Yeah, so check him out. He got some pretty interesting videos talking about the AirPods and the iPhone and everything. Hey, 2017 iPhone 6. You know what? I was just about to make a video about that, but you beat me to it. And he got the iOS 11 public beta and all that stuff like that. So check him out. Apple Geek right here on YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. So welcome to the show. That's what
Thank you.
Saying.
Glad to be here.
And who we got next? We got my man, Sean Be Nice in the building. Oh, yeah, y'all know him. He always been here. He been here before. Let everybody know who you are, sir.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Sean Be Nice. Back at it, you know what I'm saying? Here with Easy Computer Solutions for having me on again, so appreciate that. Salute to you. Yeah, man, make sure y'all check out my channel. I got the LGV30 coverage coming in right now. I did some last week. As you guys can see, I did an unboxing on it. Next week, I got some more stuff coming for the LGV30, and then we're gonna go from there, man. Just I'm dropping heat rock for y'all daily, 2 videos a day.
Wow, you know what you sound like what I used to do when I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago. I was popping out videos, man, like it was no tomorrow. I was like, man, popping out 1 video, 2 videos a day. But yeah, you got that LGV30 Plus on deck. So check it out, guys. And also, he's doing a giveaway, man. Y'all got to go check him out. Sean Be Nice on YouTube. He got 269 subscribers, guys. Go on and hit him up so you can go and gain some subscribers. A hard-working gentleman here, right here on YouTube, guys. Check him out. All right, we got Tony in the building.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Right.
What was the last time I joined? About a week? No, a couple of weeks ago, huh? So I've been doing a lot of computer hardware stuff recently, but next week, as soon as I get my Pixel, we're gonna do Pixel videos.
Pixel media. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about a Pixel tonight. Oh woo! Pixel getting beat up all over YouTube right now. We're gonna get into it tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tony.
Yes.
In the building. Yes, indeed. Tony Tech Insights. Check him out on YouTube. A new video every week. I like
Nice
that banner, man. I tell you what, man. My banner don't look not even close as nice as y'all.
Yeah, these guys got some nice banners, man. Putting me in the stage right now.
No wonder why y'all getting all the views and stuff. They don't want to see my channel no more. Like, damn, what's going on? So check him out. Got 1,500 subscribers, and he's rolling, rocking and roll. I tell you what, you got some good thumbnails. See, these are the type of clickbait thumbnails I need. See, I need these clickbait thumbnails. It's all about clickbait. People talking about, hey, that's clickbait, man. If it works, it works. There it is.
Gotta be attractive.
So yes, indeed. All right, so welcome everybody to the channel. And y'all know how we do it. We like to have fun doing this here. I see we got some people in the building. Let me go ahead on and do some shots out real quick, man. I got some people in the building, and I see that y'all did share the channel. All right, Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's go to do roll call every Saturday night. I got Albert is in the building. Catwoman, meow, she's in the building. Yes, so let's see what else we got in the building. John in the building. What's up with you? I see you in the building. Mark Teasley in the building. What's up with you? I see all y'all guys rolling in the building. Another exciting Saturday night. And oh yeah, John, we're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be the first thing on the agenda tonight, that doggone pixel. We're gonna talk about that. Let's say, listen, A Hand say, when is Flossie Carter's gonna join the party? Hey, look, I got my producer do all the booking. You never know. You never know. One day something like that might happen. So you just never know. Shout out to Phone Tech at Work. We got Team 100 in the building. Yes, we got everybody in the building. Sean is in the building. What's up with you? I see everybody in the building. Pixel Squad is in the building. And as we get into the Pixel Squad, wow, fellas, the Pixel, let's talk about it. It's been getting ripped up all over the place. Screen dim. Everybody been talking about the Pixel. Says, oh, it's one of those bad devices. What's going on with LG and this Pixel 2 XL? What y'all thoughts on that? Sean, you ready, Sean? What you think?
You know, I've been trying not to really bash Pixel like that, man, because, you know, it's only their second phone, you know what I mean? So I can't really hammer them like that. But I'm not going to lie, if it was the other way around, like if it was Apple, I'd be bashing them. So, you know, I got to be real. Like, there's no excuse for that. Google, you guys been around for way too long. Y'all display should not be that crappy. The build quality, I mean, I seen the video, I don't know if you guys seen it yet, but on Jerry Riggs Everything, it's the phone, and it cracked, like, with no effort. You know what I mean? I'm like, Pixel, dog, oh my God. So, right now, I am proud to be a Samsung fanboy, so.
Hey, what's going on with this blue tint on the screen? What the hell? Obviously, it's not a Samsung screen.
Obviously.
Samsung.
Hey, Tony, what you think about this Pixel?
It's definitely not too part to Samsung screens. You know, they say the small one is using the Samsung screen, so that's why it looks good. But the big one is using the LG screen. And I always, every year, I try to give LG, you know, the dub that, oh, maybe this year they're gonna do something good.
Yeah.
And there you go. Again, what the hell?
Now, look, don't get me wrong. On my YouTube channel, I've actually made a lot of screen test videos. I mean, going back into 2016 into 2015. And I had the LG V20, LG V10, G5, and all that stuff. And I used to say this in my screen test videos. I'm like, wow, something ain't right about this LG screen. I mean, I got about 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel, and I do screen test videos. And these are some videos I did last year about the screen of LG video. And one of the biggest problem LG screens is dim. It's not too bright.
Yeah.
I mean, what, like 400 nits or something on most of their devices? I mean, it's just not bright at all. So I think LG does have some issues with that. But boy, the Pixel, $1,000 Pixel, and you know what? I said this last year when I got the original Pixel. Boy, I tell you what, I don't know if I was the only one that ripped the Pixel up last year. I ripped the Pixel up. I said the software was good, but the hardware and the cameras, come on, man. I mean, I made a lot of videos about the original Pixel, and people were slamming me in the comments. You suck, you suck. You don't know what you're talking about. The Pixel got the best camera on the planet. And now since the Pixel 2 got the DXLO mark, right? 98. 98, and everybody jumping up for joy. Then I started seeing some pictures on Twitter, and I'm like, oh boy, ooh, look at that lens flare on that thing, man. So I'm like, ooh. All right, so Apple geek, what you think about the Pixel? Y'all look, Apple fans are jumping up for joy right now. Pixel, wait till the iPhone come out. You just screwed up with the Pixel. iPhone for the win, right? For life. What you think about it?
Well, this is a controversial topic, to say the least. But for me, my opinion on the Pixel 2 is that they did a lot of things right. There's just a lot of things they could have done better, you know, because I was a huge fan of the idea that their cameras don't need a second lens for, you know, the portrait mode.
I agree.
And that was really cool, you know, because all the other companies are, oh, we're gonna do 2 cameras. No, there, because Apple did it, so we're gonna do 2 cameras. But Google challenged that, so that's kind of what I like about the Pixel 2 was the camera, because you know they took a good approach to that. Now on the negative side, those displays though. Like, oh.
But wait a minute. I'm playing devil's advocate here. One would say, well, you're talking about a screen, but don't the iPhone have like a 720p screen and a 1080p screen? Even though it looks good, but
isn't the 8 exploding? I mean, expanding?
Yeah. So
with the iPhone 10, because the 10 is not quite out yet, so we haven't yet seen any hands-on reviews and whatnot. So we'll have to wait to see before we can accurately compare. But just from reading about the Pixel and what I saw during the event, the screens were pretty interesting. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that with the current market going towards all glass and all no bezel, except the iPhone with the notch. It's an interesting move by Google to kind of go halfway, with a partially full screen front. It's interesting.
Tony.
So, yeah.
They're trying to go unique here, huh?
Yeah.
I can't, I saw a video last night that they were comparing the screen, and I was really disappointed. No, the LG V30 screen is not that bad, right?
Right. It's
I
not
mean,
that bad.
what's going on there? Why LG decided to, well, of course, LG V30 is LG's brand, but because the Pixel is Google's brand, you know what? We're going to put a subpart screen here.
Yeah.
What happened there?
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to play devil's advocate on this, right? I love to play devil's advocate. I'm going to give you my whole synopsis on this. Do you really think, in your opinion, that Google don't really care about the hardware? Because the Pixel lineup, just like the Nexus lineup, is all about the software, right? It's for them to showcase their new operating system. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back in time. Remember the Nexus 4? It didn't even have LTE on it. It's like they didn't care. Like we just wanted the software. I mean, LG made the product. We put the software on it, and that's how it is. And I think at the end of the day, I think Google just want to say, you know what? It's all about the software. I don't give 2 hoots about the hardware. That's LG. So I mean, even though it says the name Pixel on it, and it's a Google Pixel, we never complain. We would never complain about the software. We know the software gonna be king supreme,
right?
But the hardware, Google, like, you know what? We just want to showcase the software. What y'all guys think about that?
Oh, I gotta be the oddball out here. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I am not a fan. I've been an Android user for many years now. I'm not a fan of stock Android. Stock Android to me is like Apple. It's really boring. There's no, like sometimes stock Android is behind Samsung with some of their software tweaks. You know what I mean? Like you guys are just getting picture in picture with YouTube. You guys did split screen on what I think Nougat. So Android, just pure Android has never been my cup of tea. Don't get me wrong, it's very smooth, it's very fast, there's no hiccups, I get there, but nothing draws me to it to be like, you know what I mean? Now
Google give you the squeeze.
Yeah, but HTC, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you take an okay feature from HTC, you take an okay display from LG, and you give me a great software experience. Like, but nah, I mean,
squeeze. We want you to squeeze it so you can get to the Google Assistant. We want to give you 3 ways to get to the Google Assistant. We want to give you the hotkey to say it. We want to let you press the button to get to Google Assistant, and now we give you the squeeze feature. So
yeah,
Google give you 3 ways to get to the Google Assistant. Why?
I totally agree. That is totally pointless. I don't need one way to get to Google. And most of the time, if you have a Google Home device in your crib, you already saying, "Hey Google" or "Okay Google." So why do I need a squeeze function, a button function? Like, come on, dog. Just get me just get me there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need all that extra stuff. So
too many options.
Yeah, right, quote unquote, Tony. Too many options, And
those are going to get grabby.
Right. I like that.
Now
they
let's
love
about
that
this.
squeeze from the U11, and I made a few videos about the U11, but I thought it was hilarious for Google to take that feature and make it part of stock Android, right?
Out of everything else, right? Yeah, I know. Way to go, Google. Way you should have picked.
Now,
I mean,
so you think things are gonna change for the next release of Pixel since they acquired that department, that group from HTC? That now they have a group dedicated to the hardware instead of outsourcing the hardware.
no, they just bought like some part of HTC, so I'm quite sure the up and coming devices is going to probably made by HTC. And you know what? With all the complaints that Google is getting about the LG product, I don't know if Google is going to go with LG for the next Pixel. I mean, you think about it. I mean, right now, even though Google probably don't care about the hardware, but it's a little embarrassing right now because I mean, you got all the big boys out there, the big tubers, man, the one that is coming out and put these screens to the test. They're showing a lot of people actual videos on how they look, you know, and a lot of people that love Pixel, that love Google product, they say, that's nonsense. Who cares about that? But hell, man, if you got a Galaxy S8 or Note 8 and you turn that device this way and that way, and it looks the same, oh yeah, it's a problem. I mean, it's definitely a problem.
Here's the thing, yo. Like, you know, yes, Google bought HTC. They bought the mobile division, whatever. But like, the mobile division has been suffering anyway. So what difference does it make?
Hello.
That
Look at the
Google
young lady in the
bought?
background. Hey, hold on, stop, time out. Hold on. Hey. Tell everybody hello. Hey. Tell her to wave. Hello.
Wait, baby.
Like, now get out of the shot. Welcome to the live stream. All right, get back to your point.
So like it really makes no difference that Google bought, you know, HTC because HTC was already suffering. So just because you bought a losing team don't make them an automatic winning team because they joined a winning team. You know what I mean? You still gonna have okay products, and I think the Pixel 2 is a prime example of that. You bought the squeeze feature to the Pixel, and you took away a lot of. I mean, the fact that the phone can bend and crack, like I still can't get over that, yo. So it really makes no difference if they bought HTC. I think it's still gonna be the same, like you said, lackluster hardware. It's just superior software.
But but it goes beyond that, right? We got other hardware issues with the new Pixel 2, right? I mean,
Right.
they put that coating on the back like the LG G5. LG know what they was doing, boy. Woo! They stuck it to Google this time, didn't they?
Yeah.
They put that coat on top of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think so. I think they did. I really think they did. I think LG was like, you think you're going to give you a good display and LG V30 is coming out? Oh, yeah. Hold your breath, fam. We got you right now. How many displays you want? You want? Okay, we got you. We got you right now, fam. It's on the way.
By the way, you're not going to get the same screen that we're going to put on the V30, by the way.
Right. even though the V30 is not that good of a screen, it's not even all that. But it's not. I'm not having like any issues like as far as viewing angles is concerned. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, but wait. Let's actually this question then. Since let's go on and switch a little subject a little bit. Since we talk about screens, Samsung is making Apple screens. So
Hey, look here. The screens on the iPhone is gonna look good. You know what I mean? But as far as the screen expanding out, Samsung got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean?
No. I'm talking about the 10. This AMOLED display.
Oh yeah. I mean, according to Apple, that's the first screen that's good enough to be on the iPhone. Right. You know, get so silly, man.
Hey, so I Apple geek. Now we seen some people with hands on it, but obviously nobody don't have the phone until next month, right? But just like the same thing that LG just did Google, you think Samsung is gonna do the same to Apple? I mean, they just spent like what $20 billion on screens.
You know, probably considering that Samsung also made a whole bunch of the Apple processors. I mean, they weren't even completely dropped from Samsung until last year or a couple years ago. You know, when they switched to TSMC. Mm-hmm. You remember Chipgate on the iPhone 6s or whatnot? Yeah. After that, they kind of veered off of Samsung, but hopefully they don't have any problems this year with the iPhone 10. But guess what? The iPhone 10, new device here, new design. any first generation Apple product is guaranteed to have some sort of problem. Just,
I mean, but you know, at that time they're going to tell you to hold your phone a different way. They're going to give you a case. You know, I mean, you know how Apple do. They're not going to take the blame for it.
iPhone full gate, right?
You know what I mean?
Got on stage. Don't hold your damn phone like that, okay? Just hold it. Why y'all hold your damn phone like that? And, oh, by the way, we ain't gonna do a full recall. We gonna send your ass in some bumpers.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? So if you do have a problem with the iPhone next, they're gonna tell you like, well, adjust your hand. Good luck next year.
Yeah, personally, that's one of the reasons why I'm not even gonna bother with the iPhone 10 because it's a first generation Apple product. Yes, it's gonna probably have high resale value, you know, 5-10 years from now. But hey, as a like somebody, how about this? As a poor YouTuber, I cannot afford the iPhone 10 with that ridiculous price tag of $1,000. It's just no. Just no.
But wait a minute. Hold on. Stop the music for a second. Most people that see people that have 15 and 20,000 subscribers, they believe that we rich. The YouTube community, the subscribers say, "What you talking about? You ain't got no money. You got 19,000 subscribers. You supposed to make all that money on YouTube."
Yeah, I get that a lot, and it is not true.
Can I get one?
Yeah, well, YouTube does pay me. I gotta admit, they do pay me, but not $1,000 to buy a new iPhone.
Trust me, all YouTubers, we know how it works.
Yeah.
AdSense for the win, right?
When I see these people on YouTube, they're throwing phones off of buildings and dropping it from drones at 1,000 feet high. You know, it's what else do you do with your money?
Right.
You know? Right. But then they get like 6 million views and they make it all back. So.
Yeah, that's what it's about. But you're right. When you talk about videos. When you talk about iPhone for a collector's item, the iPhone 10 is actually going to be a collector's item because since it's going to be the first generation device, and you're right, about 10 years, so we're going to have to hold on to it for about 10 years, and it has to be in pristine condition. So I'm actually trying to get 2 of them. And one of the ones I'm going to get, I'm probably not going to use it. See, because I bought a Mate 9. I got the ceramic white Mate 9. And I took it out of the box maybe once, and I put it back in the box. Haven't used it since, right? So I do have devices that I don't even open the box for because I use them as pure collector items. But yeah, I mean, you're right. The first generation iPhone, 10 years from now, you could probably pass it on to the next generation of YouTube or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be definitely a win. Yeah,
it's the first iPhone with a all glass display. Let's just ignore that notch up there. Let's pretend it doesn't exist. And also the traffic lights on the back.
Right. And guess what? Guess what?
No.
You know what? It's the crazy part about it that when Apple did this traffic light in the back, right? Watch everybody gonna start doing the I mean, you got listen. This is honest here. Would you think? Do you think that the Apple iPhone, if Steve Jobs was alive right now, right, and you came up with your design team and you showed them this iPhone with this, oh my God!
You know what he will have done?
Steve Jobs would probably be blowing up and everybody be fired.
Yeah.
He will have done this. And do the fight against the guy that was showing the phone to him.
Right. Traffic lights. Hashtag traffic lights to everybody that's in the stream. Yeah, I mean, think about this, right? I mean, obviously, I've been hearing people say, "Oh my God, the iPhone 10 is gorgeous," and I'm like, "In whose century? I mean, whose century? I mean, you think about this. You go pull out an iPhone with that traffic lights. It's actually a bad design. I don't like the design. You know, I really don't.
Yeah, me neither.
There's now Android applications that you can add the notch to the screen on the Android phones now.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I hate when they make apps like that. Like, dog, if I wanted an iPhone, I will get an iPhone. Why do I want an Android to like an iPhone? I'm not going to get an iPhone.
Exactly, because if you think about it, there are so many features on the iPhone 10 that is so similar to Android. Like even look at the lock screen. You swipe up to unlock. Where have we seen that before?
Right.
You know? Right.
And then you got the face scanning. When have we seen that before?
Right. I mean, with Apple though, you know, because they're using such a high technology, you know, the face scan is like supposedly like the best thing since, you know, sliced bread, according to Apple. You know what I mean? I hate when they do that, but the problem is now that Apple has done it a different way, Android, you know what I'm saying, makers are going to follow that suit. It's no different right now than a Pixel following suit with Apple taking away the headphone jack. I don't know. I don't understand why everybody's following that lane of taking headphone jacks away. It's so stupid. We're not. I don't think we're just not there yet. Everything still has a headphone jack, dog. Like, why would you follow that?
But think about this. Let me make you laugh even more. Watching the keynote address, guy. I mean, it was serious when they said the phone is going to take all these images of your face, 30,000 points of contact of your face, and it cannot be duplicated. Now, I'm going to tell you, you wait till this phone get in a while, and when people take another phone picture and duplicate that and make that phone open up, and oh my God, you think people tearing up the Pixel. You wait till the iPhone come out, and people could unlock that phone using a phone or a picture or something like that.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think Apple... Go ahead, Ike.
Well, yes, I do agree that Apple has really done it differently, and we will have to, you know, see that. But we have seen something like this before with the iris scanning on the S7s, S8.
The Note 7. The Note
7 was the first one.
Okay, Note 7. And then before that with Touch ID on the 5S, you know, the first generation Touch ID, people were doing glue on their finger and unlocking their phone with the, you know, so we really do have to see, but there is definitely a chance that it can be somehow bypassed. There's just always, technology is fallible, okay? It's not perfect. Even if it's Apple, believe it.
I'll say the first version of all of this is Windows Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. 950 XL. I seen that. Actually. Yeah, and you know what? When Samsung first talked about they were the first device that had liquid cooling, we already knew that the Lumia 950 to 950 XL was the first one that had iris scanning and liquid cooling. And that was before the Galaxy phone. So they didn't acknowledge, you know, that obviously people like, you for real? And I had made videos about the liquid cooling on the 950, 950 XL way before Samsung even thought about doing it right. So you're right. The 950, 950 XL was the device that had liquid cooling and iris scanning on it.
That's right. I mean, I'm not defending the because, you know, they don't do this.
Right. No, they don't.
But if we're talking about who did it first, they did it first.
Well, same thing with camera technology, right? Didn't the Lumia come out with the Lumia 1050, right? With the big old Oreo on the back. I mean, with that 42 megapixel camera, outstanding cameras, right? I mean, that was done in 2014, right?
Right.
You know, it's really not about who does it first, it's about who do it the best. That's really it's about. You know what I mean? So it don't matter.
Apple does it the best. Apple,
you know, right? Because it's a lot of, you know, no disrespect.
Best marketing.
It's a lot of Apple sheep out there. You know what I mean? So Apple can bring something out that's been on Android for 15 years or something. But if Apple does that first year, oh my God, Apple is they're so innovative. How do they come up with these ideas? So, you know.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about this. What operating system was it like? Let's see, A, B, C, not cupcake, not D, not donut. Let's see. What operating system that you was able to swipe up and swipe to the right to pull down one menu, swipe to the left to pull down one menu.
Yeah.
Was it that Foreo gingerbread? Maybe
I want to say gingerbread. I want to say gingerbread. But I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely want to say gingerbread.
I'm thinking gingerbread when that came out, because that was a turning point for Android, because they took gingerbread and made it the same cross-platform with a tablet and a phone. Yeah. So whatever you had on a phone on gingerbread, it was on a tablet. Yeah. So that was, to me, that was the beginning of Android when gingerbread came out. Now, Foreo was good. but Gingerbread made it cross-platform between the tablet and the phone. So
yeah, Gingerbread kind of got Android. It was kind of like that boost they need, like the kick in the butt to like, all right, let's go.
Somebody say ice cream sandwich. Somebody say ice cream sandwich. Maybe ice cream sandwich. Somebody say ice cream sandwich. Let's see. Let's go and get some shots out here. Nothing let's see. Nothing wrong with a dongle. Somebody said nothing wrong with a dongle.
Yeah, until you lose it.
Yeah. Let's see. The Samsung Nights are crazy. Well, we usually get some Samsung Nights that come through every now and then. And somebody had asked a question earlier. Oh man, I'm trying to think. He actually asked about the Essential phone with all the updates. And I know we really been clowning the Essential phone for a long time here on this channel. But the white one just got released, right? I seen on Amazon, and the white one is actually released. So the white one is out. If anybody want to buy the white Essential phone, it was on Amazon cheap, $5.99. It actually the price dropped because we get close to the fire sales with the Essential phone, right? So a lot of people saying that the Essential phone has received updates. All right, I don't have the Essential phone. I'm just going off of what some trusted YouTubers were saying, that they're starting to see some camera improvements, some improvement in stability as far as performance. I don't know how you can screw up stock Android, but especially with the 835 processor in it. But obviously, there's some terrible performance issues. Shouts out to Cafe. He's the one that's been showing a lot of performance issues in the Telegram groups. And I mean, it is terrible. I mean, like it had like a 100 processor in it or something. I mean, it's bad.
I mean, but aren't they getting sued for like still in the library? I mean, does it matter if they bring out another color phone right now? I think that's like the last thing to be worried about. Like, if you got the white phone coming out, yeah, dog, you getting sued. So does it really matter at this point?
Well, I said this, and people were like clowning me over this. I say at first we thought that maybe the Essential might be the flop of the year, right? But no, we got this ZTE phone that just came out, right?
Right.
Maybe they might be in like, I don't know. I mean, we got this ZTE X on M. M is for multitasking. M is for doing more. You got two devices put together, and there we go. I got my M right here. I just got to go find some duct tape.
Hey, that's exactly what they did, and I can see somebody pitching an idea now. Like,
there you go.
Look, we got two and put glue on them and close them. What happens next? And they brought it out. Like,
we're gonna fly away. But look. Here's the thing.
That was horrible.
Look, here's the thing. I applaud ZTE for making a step forward as far as trying to do something, and I don't have no issues with ZTE doing that. And I'm calling ZTE. It may be a pretty decent product. I didn't get my hands on it, and the golden rule is if you didn't put your hands on it, you really can't talk about the device. I don't know if I will ever put my hands on it, but as far as what I've been seeing, obviously it took YouTube for maybe one day, and all of a sudden it went away. And so I don't know. We have to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to pay $700 for the device because it's $700+ at AT&T. They're doing a 30. Listen, folks, don't get on these 30-month programs. What's wrong with people getting on 30 months? 30 months?
30 months?
Yeah, this on a 30. I mean, AT&T started this 30-month device program. I mean, they went from 2 years to 30 months.
Come on, dog.
I'm like,
the last 12 months barely. Sometimes.
I mean, come on. First of all, 2 years is too long, but now they're doing it for 2.5 years.
Yeah, so, that's ridiculous.
6 months, the phone is already outdated.
Well,
like, really, it is though, Tony. I mean, I can't. You know what I'm saying? And don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure if I'm mistaken, that's not the first time we've seen a phone do that. They did. I think they did it years ago where they had a phone that had two.
Yeah, the Curious Echo. They did that with that phone back in 2013 or something.
So it's not like it's a whole lot of innovation there, because at the same time, when you open a phone, you still have this obvious bar that splits the app. You know what I'm saying? It looks bad. It looks, from my first perspective on it, it looks bad. I'm not even gonna waste my time in trying to get that phone.
But guess what? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Actually, this is the devil, right? So, we're innovating. We're gonna innovate. We're gonna give you a Snapdragon 821 processor, 4 gigs of RAM. Right? We're gonna give you 64 gigs of internal storage. Also, we're gonna give you this plural innovation. We're gonna give you 2 screens, but you got these 4 buttons at the bottom, right? These 4 buttons, that M button, you go switch from tint mode to the double mode to mirror mode and all that good stuff. I mean, it's a good attempt, right? The cameras, you only got 1 camera because you don't need 2 cameras because it's you just take it and flip it, you know, when you do selfie and back camera, you just flip it. That's innovation. Win! Yes! No fluff, no passes. Truth and justice. Yes!
What is nice shirt.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I mean, I think in 2017 we've seen some good stuff. And we've seen some underrated phones. To me, I look at some devices like the U11, the G6, right? Underrated devices. I mean, the LG did some cuckoo stuff with the V30. I mean, they announced the V30 before the Note and came out after the Note.
Way after that.
And then, right. And then Apple did some crazy stuff with the iPhone 8, right? Everybody was excited. iPhone! Wait a minute, it's the same phone. So, you know, I mean, so we've seen some good, bad, to ugly this year. I just can't wait to see, like, I mean, us YouTubers, we make our top 5 phones of 2017. Like, we go, and I can't, listen, my top 5 phones of 2017 gonna be a nice video. I know y'all gonna make y'all's. And I'm gonna kind of sneak in maybe my ideal of a flop, you know? So we're gonna see what it is. Let me get into some comments real quick, guys. The G6 is good. Somebody say I'm dead. Say, yeah, 10-year plans, and then the brick phone come out. Just what I expected. Windows Phone's best camera, Nokia Peer 808 41 megapixel camera, and the Lumia 1020 41 megapixel camera. And you know what? That was 2 good cameras on that device. I actually had the 1020, an outstanding camera on that device. Let's see. Shouts out to Tony Does Tech in the building. Apple is being sued by Qualcomm. That's what Catwoman's saying. Let's see. You must be a dongle king. They are people talking among themselves in there. But shouts out to everybody that's joining the stream. And I'll tell you what, we got deep into it already. All right. We got about 6 more days that I can pre-order this iPhone 10, right? I would be at my computer, refresh. Then at midnight, buy. Can I get a buy? Buy. Then it go crash. And we already know. Then now we heard reports that, remember last week, there was reporting that Qualcomm only sent them 50,000 units. Oh, we're gonna be in trouble. Apple gonna be in trouble. How could Qualcomm? That's the name of the place that sent them the phones, right? How could they send them only 50,000 units? And then all of a sudden we heard this week that they all caught up. Like, wait a minute. I guess everybody worked 24 hours a day. What you think about that? I geek.
Wow. Well, I saw an earlier report saying that the iPhone 8 sales are down because the iPhone, like the anticipation for the iPhone 10 is like way up, and they're saying it's going to be delayed until 2018. Oh no! You know, the world is going to end until 2018.
Yeah, everybody get their pitchforks ready. We gonna kill them. Where's my Apple? Where's my iPhone? Damn it! Then all of a sudden, now they calm down. We got devices. They're making the people work 24-hour shifts right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think what Apple is doing here, and the reason why we've seen so many leaks about information, like even before the iPhone 7 was released, we had iPhone 8 rumors, you know, and iPhone 10 or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. But I think Apple is using that to get the word out, because if you see their advertisements for the iPhone 7, they didn't come out until like April of this year, which is like, you know, 6 months late, more than 6 months late. So, I mean, could be a conspiracy, could be something they're part of their plan. I don't know. It just kind of seems that way.
Yeah. So after Apple then paid all the people to blow up the Note 7s, looked like Samsung had did a reversal on them and doing something with the iPhone, right? Making them swell up a little bit and what's going on with the battery expanding and all that. And everybody talking about that Samsung doing that. And I'm like, yeah, well, Apple must have did the Note 7 then.
Yeah, you wow for that one. You wow for that one.
Because every year we have stuff like that. iPhone's got their iPhone 6 Ben Gate, iPhone 6s Chip Gate, and then iPhone 7 Nothing Gate because it was nothing changed. And then this year we've got the iPhone 8, and again, like I said before, the 10's not quite out yet, but there's definitely going to be something wrong with it. And like we had before with Note 7, something exploding, this bending, this camera not working, whatever. It's just, I'm starting to think they're doing this on purpose because it just happens so much. A multi-billion-dollar company should not, have these little tiny mistakes that end up costing them that much. It doesn't make sense logistically.
Mark my words. I guarantee right now the iPhone X is going to have issues with people actually unlocking their device to the point where they can't get into it because the phone is not recognizing their face. Somebody could have got plastic surgery on their nose or something.
Yeah,
now you're screwed out of your phone.
You can't get into your phone.
Yeah, you're too ugly today, so we're not going to open your phone. So I'm guaranteeing you it's going to be some type of gate. Face gate is what they're going to call it. I guarantee it.
Face gate.
Mark my words, yo. Face gate is going to be the new thing.
We're overthrowing Facebook now, guys.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Think about this, right? You get the ladies get up in the morning, right? They don't. My daughter called it beating their face, right? The ladies don't beat their face in the morning, right? And they get up, I can't get in my goddamn phone. Apple, and they go, look, and the return rate gonna be so damn high. Come on now, they gonna be like, you know what? Give me the iPhone. I ain't got time, but give me my Touch ID. I mean, come on, man. I don't want this crap, man.
If the iPhone 10 had both Touch ID and Face ID, then it would be, like if Face ID was an option instead of being this is the only way to unlock your phone besides the passcode from 2009,
Right.
So, come on, Apple, come on.
But they are innovative, right? This is innovation.
Oh yes. The notch.
Apple.
The notch is so innovative.
We are the innovation. We are Apple. We are Apple. Damn it. We are Apple. True justice. We are Apple.
To me, that was just like I'm Apple. I'm gonna do it. We don't want to do it like everybody else is doing it. So we're gonna put this random ass notch here. Then y'all gonna like it and shut up and go buy it.
I mean, they totally could have done something. If you think about it, they could have totally done something with the software where they cut off those two top corners with with the status bar. Yeah, and it would be just fine. It'd be just fine.
But no, they would have to come out with a bigger phone. I mean, it's 5.8, but it's 18:9 aspect ratio. Plus, you're losing what? 1-2 inches right there, right? So they would have to come out with at least a 6.2 inch display to have the notch on there and not compromise this small ass screen we're about to get. Because if you do the mathematics, and shout out to Jerry Springer, he done a video about the 18:9 aspect ratio versus 16:9, and you're losing so much real estate, right? So that's why you see people like the Note 8 coming out with a 6.4 inch device, because if they came out with a 5.5 inch on the Note 8, it would have been small. So that's why they had to come out with a big device to compensate for the 18:9 aspect ratio. And that's the problem that Apple have, because now Apple has this 18:9 aspect ratio, and now the notch is taking 2 inches or so. So it's like a 5.5, and then when you do the math, it's like a 5-inch display. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
now, one of the things I'd really have to test out in person with the iPhone 10 is that when Apple first came out with the bigger screens, everybody was like, "Whoa, Apple, bigger screen! Finally, you're 20 years late, whatever." People were complaining about not being able to reach the top of the display on these. You can't reach the top of the thing. So they came out with reachability. Where you double tap the home button and it comes down halfway. And people say it's useless. We had jailbreak tweaks for that to make it more useful and whatnot. But what about the iPhone 10? It doesn't have reachability.
You don't need reachability.
And how are you going to reach the notification center? How are you going to reach the little control center in the corner? How are you going to reach that camera app at the top?
Yeah, I see it. That's a good point. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a two-handed device.
Yeah, you know, because the iPhone 10 isn't necessarily bigger than the iPhone 8 or 8 Plus. It's just taller, you know.
Right.
And for some people with medium or smaller size hands, that's going to be an issue reaching those screens, the top of the screens, that is, the corners.
Well, again, this is Apple. The arrogance is gonna overtake that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta take to get bigger hands.
Why don't you go borrow somebody's hand?
Right. You know,
Stop messing around, damn it. Go borrow somebody's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because guess what? Use two hands. You know, listen, if y'all don't like it, just use two hands. What's the problem?
They arrogance is crazy.
Just take your hand off the steering wheel while you driving, because everybody like to text and drive, right? Everybody like to text. Look, I see them all the time on the road. They're like,
That's why they have the new do not disturb while driving feature.
Hey, they were already ahead of the game. See what I'm saying? You should be on your phone anyway, so you got to
thought about this.
Yeah. So I
They might come up with the three with this one, right? Like this.
Yeah.
That would be so much more useful, actually.
Yeah.
That would be so much better than reachability.
Apple's gonna do that. It's gonna call it something else, and they're gonna call it Apple's new reachability mode or something like that. And everyone's gonna praise Apple. Right.
Reachability 2.1.
Right.
And it's going to be super innovative.
right. And so shouts out to the mods in the building. You know, as long as I've been doing YouTube, every now and then you got one person that always come through to try to say something stupid. Don't you get the Twitter finger, right? So shouts out to the mods in the building. Take care of business. Thank you. Shouts out to Tony Passio in the building. What's up? Look, Tony said, what's wrong with your hands? Your hands are wrong. Look, take your hand off and put it on the other side. Right? Take your hand off the wheel. And by the way, don't worry about it. Apple gonna have an Apple Car coming. It's going to drive itself, just like Google's, right? So you ain't got to worry about this in about 10 years, right? We're gonna be the Jetsons. The Jetsons is coming. It's coming, folks.
You know, it's funny. Apple is so always in the future and think about things and always thinking ahead, but they didn't think ahead to make sure they had enough iPhone X units to make sure people can pre-order.
No.
Let me
tell you something. That's BS. They got the iPhones. They got them something, bitch. I'm gonna tell you what.
I know they do.
Foxconn, and by the way, thank y'all guys for correcting me. Foxconn got them iPhones, man. One thing about it, them phones are sitting in the warehouse. They're ready to go. But this is how they do it. This is how they play the game, right? Obviously, iPhone 8 sales are down. They're gonna try to play this game all the way up to Christmas, because I say this here: if I can't get an iPhone 10 by Christmas, I don't want it, right? Mm-hmm. And I think Apple's thinking the same way. We're gonna kind of delay it a little bit, screw some people over, see if we can lean them towards the iPhone 8, right? Because we got to sell these some bitches. Because guess what? After come January at CES, we got Samsung say shit on y'all. We got this doggone S9 coming early this year, right? So then we gonna put the fingerprint scan in the screen. I mark my word on that. So guess what? Apple, I don't know, man. They're gonna have some.
It's what they did last year with the AirPods. You know, they came out with the iPhone 7, but didn't ship until like March. I didn't get them until like March.
That's
March. That's like 8 months into the future.
And you know what? The thing about it is, everybody really clowned the AirPods, right? And we say to ourselves, why announce a product and it ain't ready? It's like they announced it, and it was like in prototypes, right? And they're like, really? These people really want these things? They announced it, right? They're like, damn, the demand is high. These people really want. I guess we better put them in production.
Well, you know, they really do it for their shareholders, right? They're gonna they throw a bone at the shareholders, see how they're gonna react to it. Like, what you guys think? Is it a win? And the shareholders are like, and then they see the people reactions, and people gotta have them, and then you go home. Apple's stock prices back to normal again, so it's all a game.
Now, as a little disclaimer, the AirPods case, when it came out, did have a little issue with the production. That's why it was delayed, and at least that's their explanation for it. Just a little disclaimer.
And Albert said it right. It's called scarcity, right? It is a marketing instrument called Google. Yeah, I know about scarcity, but they try to. I think they're doing it on purpose. I don't think it's a product that's not going to be available, because as I talk to a lot of my reps, They're making it seem like I don't think you're gonna have a problem with the iPhone 10. I mean, they really thinking that it's gonna be stock. It's gonna be in stock, just like the Pixel, right? When I walked into Verizon Wireless, it was funny. I walked into Verizon Wireless and the guy told me, "Hey man, you're the only one that actually touched his phone." I'm like, damn, wow. I'm like, you okay? He's like, you're the only one that came to this display. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have them in stock. You ain't got to worry about that. And sure enough, Thursday, you can go right there to Verizon Wireless and get a Pixel.
Yeah. The same thing with the iPhone 8. You know, when it came out, it was like, oh, people are going to pre-order it. They're going to stay up till midnight and going to wait in 3-mile lines on launch day. But that didn't happen. You know, I ordered mine like a day or two late, and I still got it on launch day.
Right.
Yeah.
I think,
Still got it on launch day.
Yeah, but you know, so I had a debate, right, between the iPhones, and for sure, I knew I was gonna buy the iPhone 10, right, but not the iPhone 8 because it just looks like my what is 7?
The iPhone 6.
I mean, I can't even.
Or the
know.
7 or the 6
Plus, iPhone 7, iPhone 6 Plus. What is that?
Yeah.
I mean, they all look the same right now, you know.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my theory is, now I haven't really talked about this on my channel because first of all, I'm lazy, and second of all, I don't think people would be clicking on that video. But this is something that I'd like to talk about, is that Apple has been running out of ideas ever since Steve Jobs passed. You know, because if you really take a distant look at the timeline of iPhone and Steve Jobs, the last one he really had influence on was the iPhone 4S and the iPhone 5. And when the 5S came out, after, you know, the iPhone 5 design kind of started winding down, iOS 7 and Touch ID, and iOS 7 was such a terrible firmware when it launched. So many bugs, the buggiest beta I have ever installed on iOS, period. I mean, it was bad. And with the major design change, you know, the more flat design, everybody thought it was great and all that, but since I'm like the originalist Apple guy, I liked the skeuomorphic design of, you know, the older iOS. It's what made the iPhone special, made it different from Android and you know, now the Pixel. Everything has a flat design now, and it's just starting to get old. It really is starting to get old for me. And if you look at the iPhone 6 when it came out, and the 6S, those ugly antenna bands. They did not even design the phone. They literally slapped a screen onto a piece of metal, cut in some lines for the signal bars, and that was it. And it took them 2 years to get rid of them on the iPhone 7. 2 years to get rid of antenna bands.
That is crazy.
Come on, Apple. People still thought they were great phones. I'm just like, are you people blind? What is innovation? What is design now? That's why when the 7 came out, the only thing I applauded it for, besides the waterproofing, and let's not talk about the headphone jack, was the design. They finally fixed that antenna band on the back, and that is probably the primary reason why I bought the iPhone 8, because it's so reminiscent of the Steve Jobs design of the iPhone 4 and 4S. It looks, if you had a 4S like closer than the 8, it'll look just like the 8. Because with the all glass and with the design reminiscent from the 7, you know, and the 10 kind of throws a wrench in the system, just like, nah, we're just gonna toss Steve Jobs' legacy down the drain.
Well, you know what? The thing about it is, I look at what Apple's did, right? I actually applaud Apple at WWDC. At WWDC, I was hyped, man. I'm like, damn, Apple's back. I mean, they really came out. They did. Let them hang, man. They really good keynote address. One of the best keynote addresses to me was the WWDC of this year. Then all of a sudden, you know, when the iPhone event came out, like, ooh, man, they took a back seat a little bit, right? They're like, all right, cool. Then they announced some stuff that's not even, they got some stuff that's not even coming out this year, right? I mean, I'm still waiting on a Mac Pro, but I want the Xeon processors, right? With the 128 gigs of RAM, it's supposed to come out December. We haven't heard nothing about that damn thing, right?
Yeah, what about that new thing?
$18,000 or something, right? I mean, where's that thing, right?
Tony, that is a trash can from 2012. I'm sorry.
Yo,
Wait,
Mac Pro.
Like an Apple Home or something like that. The same.
Hey, I've got one too.
Wait, show that again. I want everybody to see that. Show that. There it is.
I've got a mini shotgun too. This one's empty. That's why I bought the thing. It looks like an iMac Pro because I'm too poor to afford one. Yeah, the iMac Pro doesn't even come out until next year, and then we have the HomePod. Oh,
that's what it's called, the HomePod.
The HomePod. There it is.
HomePod. Why? Why does Apple want to do this? Come on, we already have Alexa. We already have Google Home. I mean, those things, if somebody really wants something listening to everything they say in their house, they can go get it, okay? We don't need a special one from Apple that'll collect dust.
I mean,
just no. It's a dust bag.
The iMac Pro and a HomePod is pretty much the same thing, you know what I mean? They just put extra barrier around it, but like the whole design looks very similar, you know what I mean? Like the whole Thunder-like design is like...
Yeah, iMac Pro is a space gray iMac. Whoa.
Or it's Apple. They arrogance is gonna be their downfall. Like for real, their arrogance is really gonna be their downfall. Because one year they're gonna bring out a phone like, yeah, it's here, so let's go buy it.
Well, here's the biggest thing. I have a question, right? So this is the first time Apple has two operating systems, right? You got the iPhone 10 with all the swipe gestures, right? Then you have the regular iPhone that have Touch ID and they don't have touch gestures. So is Apple going to continue to have touch gestures or going to have two operating systems? Or are they going to cancel Christmas on the iOS and come out with one? Because, I mean, they're going to have to update two of them, right? Two different operating systems with touch gestures.
Well, the HomePod's going to bye-bye next year.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying the HomePod's going to go bye-bye next year. So Apple was pretty much using the iPhone X more so as like a test run. So when they, that transitional stage, so when next year come, all right, you guys are already used to this anyway. We're taking Touch ID away completely. So boom, you go.
Yeah. Earlier rumors did suggest that they're working on Touch ID like embedded into the screen. If that's possible, then the next one definitely would be something special.
Yeah.
Because we really haven't seen that embedded into the screen yet, but I wouldn't bank on it.
I don't think Apple would do that because you guys press so hard how much Face ID is so much more secure than Touch ID. You pretty much shitted on Touch ID in the keynote and big up Face ID, like facial recognition. I don't think they're going to do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, well, why did you take it away on the iPhone X?
Yeah. Because if you think about it, we've had the history of Touch ID, 5S, 6, that's Touch ID first gen. Mm-hmm. Then the 6S or the 6S, the 7, and the 8 have the second gen. So they haven't updated Touch ID in a while. If they do have a third gen, it would be in the display though. But they would definitely need it be upped to kind of match the security.
But wait a minute. But we got another pickle. Once the fingerprint scanner hits the display, that's going to be first gen, right? I mean, that's wow. I mean, that's going to be a first generation.
Technically, yeah.
All right. So now, if at the iPhone 10 is a first generation product, then the iPhone 11 is going to be a first generation product if it comes with a fingerprint scanner embedded underneath the screen.
You know that the first company that's going to do that is Samsung, right? And that's going to be the test bed.
Yeah. You know, chances are they're probably going to be Apple to it. It's just how history tells it. You know, how history tells its story. Because Samsung experiments with these new things, and then Apple, if they see there's like a significant demand for a certain feature, even if it's just a software feature, they'll Applefy it and call it theirs, you know, and people will say, hey, look, iPhone has it now. That means your phone must have it. Or it's not a phone.
One of the biggest reasons why us smaller YouTubers don't get sponsors is because we tell it like it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I wonder why I never got review units on this YouTube channel. Like, Eric, I don't like what you say.
Funny you mentioned that a company sent me a product and they sent me an email saying, if you find that the product is bad, let me know before you post the video.
Yeah. No.
Oops. Oops.
That actually brings up an interesting story. Now you know MacBook Pros, their flash storage is ridiculously expensive, and so people want to have like a hard drive with them all the time, and that's really inconvenient. So this company called Tardisk reached out to me. I'm just gonna blow them out of the water here because I hate them now. But they have this really awesome idea of making an SD card that's like cut off halfway, but it has flash storage. So you can plug it into your MacBook and instantly add storage. And it's not like a separate hard drive. It integrates with Mac OS. So it looks like you just have a buffed Mac. Now, this was going great for me. You know, I was working on the video for it. The reason why you don't see it on my channel now is because that little thing fried my motherboard. It fried the motherboard. I had to spend, it cost $500 in repairs to my MacBooks just so I can use it again, you know, because of that little thing. And they wanted me to make a video on it, a positive video on it, and I was going to. It was going great. Took it down. Nah, you know, it's just not gonna happen. Cause and they just try to say, oh, maybe you installed it wrong, or maybe you
Wow.
You know, listen, I wasn't gonna argue with them about whether or not it was my fault or their fault, but because from a consumer's perspective, which is how they wanted me to say it in the video, from a consumer's perspective, my computer worked fine. I plugged in your thing. Now it doesn't. Right.
Right. It's as simple as that.
Ridiculous. Shouts out to Tech right in the building. He said you guys want me to join the panel. Get with my producer. He books the shows and hit me up. Email me and I forward you the email and we'll set it all up for you if you want to come on the show. Hey, it's open forum. But my man Kevin, he does the booking. So shouts out to Tech right. I've been seeing you. Out there, and I watch your YouTube channel. So yeah, I would love for you to be on the panel. Definitely. So yes, but look, check this out, right? I want to get into a comment here. Tony Pazio made a video. He took a review unit on his YouTube channel, which was the ZTE Temple X. It was a terrible device. He said in his YouTube channel. He smoked it, man. He took a hammer and bammed it up. It was funny. He took it, you know. I don't think you gonna ever get another review unit, by the way, Tony. So shouts out to Tony. He said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna be independent and I'm gonna tell my device. I probably would never get a review unit. And look, on this YouTube channel, I already came to the conclusion. Don't matter how many subscribers I have, I really have in my mind that I would never get review units. I want them. But I don't know if they would want me to review them. You know, like, I don't. This guy too real, man. I want them to kind of say some good stuff about the phone. I don't want them to kill it. But yeah, I burned the phone. I barbecued the phone. So I mean, me and Tony kind of in the same thing. So I did that on my YouTube channel. I make funeral videos. So yeah, they don't want me. They say you took a phone and threw it on a grill. Are you crazy? And it was a ZTE phone, by the way. So I took a ZTE phone and I barbecued it and I put it in between two buns. And oh man, it was an epic video. If y'all guys ever saw my barbecue video of the ZTE Blade V8 Pro, it's on my YouTube channel. I burned that son bitch up like it was like to a crisp. And I got the remains. Oh, let me show y'all the remains, by the way. All right, I got the remains.
Yeah, you see, this is why we don't get sponsorships, you guys.
Right. Yeah, so I still got it until like 6 months after I did the video, right? And look at the chipset. I got the remains right here after I burned the phone. Look at that. Hot barbecue. This is the chipset, the motherboard. I got it in the urn. Yeah, I burned the phone. These are the remaining parts of the phone. This is the motherboard. All right, and I got the parts in there. Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, man. The next time ZTE send you a phone, man, they're gonna send somebody to your crib trying to throw some hands on you, man. If I was you, I wouldn't open the door, man.
Yeah.
You know that now ZTE looking for you on the street. They like, yo, what that do with Eric? I need to holler at him real quick. Yeah, he'll barbecue on our phone.
Hey, don't never burn my phone ever again. Never. Damn it. talk, you know. I mean, don't ever burn my phone again. Damn it.
Yeah.
And you know what that's called? Demonetized.
You know what's really interesting? You know, like it bugs me when a phone is not yet released, like it's not even on for pre-order or anything, or if it's currently being pre-ordered, and these millionaires, I'm just calling the millionaire YouTubers, I'm calling them millionaires. These millionaires get them way before anybody else. It's like, how do you do that? Like, are you how much is Google or Apple paying you? How much?
Yeah, I totally agree with that, dude. Because like when an iPhone 8 came out, you know, I had it the day it came out, but they had it like damn near like I want to say like 2-3 weeks before it was like, you know, they've already doing like review units on it. I'm like, well, they kind of put smaller YouTube, and it puts smaller YouTubes at a disadvantage. I'm like,
right,
you never had
because
a chance.
we can't do that. We have to go through the consumer market to get it. We're not like the elitist YouTubers where we have early access to all that, like CNET. It's like, how do you do that? You know?
Yeah, and even with the Pixel, right? They did the same thing with the Pixel. They was like, hey, we've had this phone for like a week or two now, so here's our thoughts. And like, well, damn, dog. Well, how am I supposed to compete with you? You know what I'm saying? And even like,
if you just yet, how do we compete?
Right. If you get the phone, you should have other videos older. What'd you say, Tony?
They have all the colors and models, a whole box full of phones with all the different version colors and models.
Yeah.
And they release the video the same day it's announced. That day they release the video.
And I'm like, they have all the cases too.
One of the biggest
camera review on it, like that, for real.
Yeah, you know, one of the biggest disadvantages, we talk about this a lot on my YouTube channel, right? One of the biggest disadvantages of the smaller YouTubers is that before we even get the phone, there's already reviews and camera reviews.
And opinions.
About the phone. So by the time we get the phone, they already got the tens of millions of views already. When we get it scraps. And so this say, for instance, when the iPhone 10 come out, right? We go pre-order just like everybody else. And it come mid-November when we go get the device, there's already going to be 300 videos about the device. So by the time we post a video, nobody don't want to see it. It's just nobody don't want to see it. And it was just fortunate for me that I was at the Galaxy Note event, and I was able to get live footage at the event. But other than that, I would have to wait 2 weeks, and all the reviews was out, all the videos was out. And so what I like to tell a consumer is that it's not really, you got to know your YouTuber. That's the whole point. Whether or not, if they get paid, if they're not getting paid, you got to know your YouTuber. Because what happens to me probably happens to you guys. I make a video, people always put other video links. Oh, you need to watch Pocket now because what you're saying is wrong. Well, why I got to watch another person's video if I'm saying it's wrong? So a lot of people do that. A lot of people say, well, this so-and-so said this in this video. How could you say 1080p 60 frames per second don't work, but this person said the cameras are king supreme? See, that's the point that, like, when we get it, and it's not fair at all. And I can say this, if as long as you're going to be an independent YouTuber, this is what's going to happen. It don't matter if you got 50, 60, 70, 100,000, a million subscribers. If you don't choose to be sponsored and you choose to be independent, this is what you're going to have to deal with, right? I mean, you're going to have to deal with getting the device 2 months late or a month late or stuff like that.
You know what you could do, though, man? I mean, you could, YouTube, like, we are our own, we take care of ourselves for the most part, right? We have, like, no union, nothing like that. So, my thing would be like the people that I've, came up with who helped me come up. If I was to ever get sponsored, like, hey, yo, Eric, I got this phone 2 weeks early. I'm going to send my videos in 3 days. I'm going to send it to you. You send it to Tony or you send it to Apple. You know what I mean? It's ways to do it, man, to kind of like help everybody eat off, a plate. But it's more so these, as Apple Geek call them, the elitists. They're more like, hey, you need to pay me to do your streams, or, they already have first deals and stuff. And it's just not fair. It's not.
Yeah.
Because another thing, they have a whole team working with them too, and
Yeah.
I film a video. It takes me maybe 2 days to post it because I gotta film. I have a job too, right? So
Right.
I can live from YouTube. So so you know, I film, I edit, I do the images on Photoshop. You know, all that crap. It takes me 2 days to post the video. And those guys, they do the video and post it in a few minutes because they have a whole team working with them. You know, in additional to the free stuff that they get, right?
Right.
But the thing about it, let's make sure we understand this, that we all want to be big YouTubers one day. So I don't want to crap on a big YouTuber.
No.
Because I want to be a big YouTuber one day. What I'm saying is I think people need to know the history of the YouTuber. That's what it's all about. Knowing the history of the YouTuber, to see if the information is credible. That's it. Because you do have paid to play, right? I mean, it's out there.
I mean, but you know, even with that, you get people who like I've had people comment on my thing like, "Yo, you sound like you a knockoff Flossie Carter, right?" And I had to tell dude, I said, hey, cuz Kobe. They said Kobe played like Mike, but they ain't stop him from scoring. So you telling me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like Flossie Carter means nothing to me because that's not gonna stop me what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like that has nothing. That means nothing to me. But
I had that conversation last night with a friend too. You know, he's trying to compare me to like a Linux tech, and I'm like, dude, you can do that. You know, I only have 1,000-something subscribers, right? This little bitty. I wish I had his size of audience, right? Of course, I wanna live from YouTube. I wanna have my big team. I wanna do all this stuff. But you gotta look at my channel with the perspective that I'm a small guy. This little subscribers, 1,000-something. And I'm doing the best I can. You know, I know my stuff, and I'm doing the best I can, just like you guys, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Because another thing that really is more of a more philosophical view is that the more time you can put or spend with a device, you know, or put into your project, the better it's going to be. Because I see some of these people that as soon as the phone comes out, they just straight up give their review like a day later or like 2 days later. It's like you haven't spent enough time with it to give an honest opinion of what you actually think of the phone. So are you really, you know, are you credible? Are you being paid? This, and that, and the other thing. So like personally, I haven't even made an iPhone 8 review yet because I don't think I'm familiar enough with the device. You know, it's for me, it's not about getting the billions of views or whatnot, you know, because I'd rather help out, you know, 10,000 people than just have 1 million watch it for a minute, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get that. I can respect that. I get that.
But I still want that 1 million though.
Yeah, I think we could all agree. Yeah, with that 1 million.
That's why when I see YouTubers that are like legitimate good YouTubers rise up, like one example is Everything Apple Pro in the Apple Tubers. You might have heard of him before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been watching him for years. I mean, because he was like, you know, our size, around this size. I probably watched him when he was 40,000 or less, and now he's millions. You know, and he's still like creating the same consistent, good, accurate content that he used to. You know, and he's not doing so much clickbait that his channel is just unwatchable anymore. Although he's doing some, I'm not saying he's perfect, but but you know what I mean here. He's not losing his value,
right?
You know.
Right. Well, one of the things that I tell you, we got to talk about this Mate 10. Everybody leaving comments about this Mate 10, but you know, the YouTube community like us, and everybody that knows me, I got 3 YouTube channels. I do 3 live streams a week, and I do another live stream with another YouTuber. So I'm on the internet 4 days a week, and I post at least 2 videos a week. Then I post videos on my other YouTube channels at least once a week. So I'm always working. I mean, even if I miss a week on this YouTube channel, that means I just posted 3 videos on my other YouTube channel. And I'm still doing live streams over here. So I got continuous, stuff that's coming out. And I mean, I got a cake channel. So I got to make cake videos. And I got a cake channel. So I make cake videos and other videos with dealing with the cricket and cake baking stuff. So I make videos for that. Then I have my New Orleans Tech video YouTube channel. that I post videos there, and I got this YouTube channel, which is my, you know, my main channel. But I post videos on 3 YouTube channels a week.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So I post a lot, man. I'm always filming. I'm filming every day. I'm 7 days a week on YouTube.
I'm a good hot 4 to 5, but I'm thinking about to start me up another YouTube channel and talk about political stuff in the world.
Oh, you're gonna get demonetized. Don't do it.
I know. But see, that one's not gonna. That's for me. That's for me.
I know, but the thing about it, be careful that because YouTube want to be Disney right now.
No, I know they demonetized my Korea video. My Korea video was about the technology and the AMP and how it can affect America if they were to launch it. They demonetized me the moment I posted it up, and I'm starting to notice for you guys out there how to kind of watch that out. It's your tag words. So if you put things in there like your tag words, they pick up on, like I guess their little AI bots go through, that instantly demonetized it before it was actually even posted. And it's
I'm gonna tell you this that on these live streams, I don't put hardly no tags in, and every live stream get demonetized. And I have to fight YouTube and take 3 days to get monetized.
Right.
But just say, for instance, my Wednesday stream. After the Wednesday stream got uploaded, it got instantly demonetized, and it took till Thursday or Friday to remonetize. But I was already past 1,000 views on it, you know. So I was already over 1,000 views on that, and it's crazy. Listen, before we get into anything, Gary said that a brother needs a red velvet. Yeah, talk about the cake video. Look, check it out. Nola Cake Studio on YouTube. I got a cake channel, so check it out. The Wednesday night stream was legendary. All right, so a lot of people, listen, I got so many emails, and I mean, listen, if you didn't watch the Wednesday stream, I did Wine Wednesday that this past week, and it went over so positive. So shout out to all the ladies that was here. And we're going to do another Wine Wednesday. We try to get it together. So so check it out. We're going to be right here. I was demonetized once. Some people are saying they every video. All right. So look, when the demonetization first started for my YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel, I got about almost 1,000 videos. I got at least 200 that got instant demonetized. So I had to take like 3 days just to fight YouTube. And I'm quite sure y'all guys probably had some of that issue. But now I know how to do it now. Since I know that every video I post will get demonetized, I get ready for it. So I as soon as I post it, I get demonetized. I put up for the review. 2 days later, it get remonetized.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I still get ads showing on the demonetized video. But when it get remonetized, though, that ad revenue goes bye-bye. So where that money going at? Damn Google. Where that money at?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, this is something that that's more of a sensitive topic when it comes to my channel, because a few years ago, you know, I heard all this about Google AdSense, because when I started on YouTube, I didn't plan on making money on it at all. It wasn't my intention at all. But when I heard about that, some people like my videos and maybe I can get a little money from it. I said, hey, that's a great idea. So I started looking into this, you know, all this Google AdSense and whatnot. And I got hooked up with this company called Maker Studios. Have you heard of them? They're basically like a Disney off-brand that is a YouTube network. It's somebody that you partner your channel with, and they'll pay you for making content. It's kind of like an alternative to Google AdSense.
Oh, okay.
And so I did that. And I thought, hey, maybe if I can make a few extra bucks off of them, that's yeah, why not? And they didn't pay me at all. To this day, they have like $400 of my monetization money from my channel. And I was pissed. So I was like, okay, since you guys are going to keep 100% instead of, you know, the 35 we agreed on, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut off all the ads. I shut up all the ads for like a year and a half. So you're going to screw me? I'm going to screw you. So because I finally got out of the contract with them last year. So I'm finally getting some money, though it's not that much, but finally, you know. So definitely recommend, if you guys have a YouTube channel, any of the viewers, don't go with Maker Max. If you were to ask me, go with Broadband TV. Look them up. They're the #1 YouTube network. So don't go with the smaller guys. No compromises on the networks because they can keep all your money.
Yeah, and you know what? Believe it or not, I got all 3 of my YouTube channels on the network. I don't even deal with AdSense. I've been on the network for 3 years. And I'm using Broadband TV, whatever TV, whatever that's called. Social Blade, actually, I'm using Social Blade. Not and that actually my payout is called Broadband TV. So that's when I see my payout, that's what it's called. But what I'm saying is that what happens, I want to, you know what, every time I see people make like videos about the demonetization, people just don't get it though, right? I think people don't get it. I think people get in your comments and they don't understand the hard work we put in this, right? People say, go get a real job. YouTube's supposed to be for fun. How is fun when we do the work? We do work. That's what I don't understand. A lot of people say, why should you get paid on YouTube? You just upload videos. Do you see all that damn editing I'm doing? Do you see all these lighting and all this light that I got in here? Do you see this background and all these studios that I got? That take money. Do you see all these phones I got to buy? That takes money. So what a lot of people don't understand that when it takes 4 days to make a video and it's 30 to 35 hours to make one video, if you multiply that time, let's say $10 an hour, right? That's a big ass paycheck, right? Well, a small paycheck, but a big paycheck, so the least. So I would say to people that always leave these stupid comments at other people YouTube channel talk about go get a job. Listen, we put time, work, effort, and money into the channel, right? If we work hard at doing this, we work hard at doing this, all right? Not everybody work hard. They got people that just take their phones and just upload videos. That ain't what I'm talking about.
And clickbait.
Clickbait, yes.
But I'm talking about guys that's using Adobe Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro, which is very expensive software, right? And with people that got stage lights, I got damn stage. You see these lights? These lights cost me $500, right? And I got 4 of them.
And the camera.
Right. So I got 4 of them. Do you see all these damn phones? Let me show you. Let me click on and show you people be talking. You be tripping, Eric. You be tripping. Let me show you people all these damn
I have like $10,000 in equipment here just to do a YouTube video.
I got all these phones I got sitting over. I got all these phones I got sitting over here. I got iPads. I got phones. I got all this. I got I got game pads and everything. I got phone after phone. I got iPhones over here.
I've got a lighthouse.
Eric,
I posted one of my videos on a Facebook group, and immediately I got a comment saying, your video has ads. And I'm like, at least it doesn't have the skippable ad. It just has the Saya. What? I need to get paid.
It's crazy because, like, as you guys are saying, we put so much time in our videos where it may take us hours on end to upload one video. And it's like, dude, I'm working. I'm a soon-to-be husband. I'm a father. I used to be a student. Like, you got all this stuff going on, and then you watch my video for 30 seconds and then leave this ignorant-ass comment. It's like, damn, dog. You know what I'm saying? You could at least watch it for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Because some of the comments they say, like, you in a dress in your video, right? And it goes to show you, like, you didn't watch the whole video before you make this comment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's frustrating.
One thing I want to touch on is that being a YouTuber requires you to be literally a Hollywood producer if you want to be a good YouTuber.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be the story writer. You got to be you got to wear something, hopefully. You have to plan, you have to execute, you have to film, you have to edit, you have to literally do everything by yourself unless you have a team. Yeah. And having a team for YouTube is rare. There are people that are good at it, but small YouTubers, guess what? We're probably doing it all by ourselves. And it is not easy to buy everything needed for the video and to plan everything, have an idea, turn it into a video that people will actually watch. It's not easy. I mean, even simple things like the computer right now that we're talking on, that costs money. The phones that we review, that costs money. The table that we review the phones on, that costs money too. Yeah. So everything costs money. So it's
and
not
don't
like,
talk about the DSLR cameras or the cameras that you use, whether or not the cell phone cameras or DSLR cameras. I mean, come on, when you buy a DSLR camera, you're not buying the cheap one, right? You're buying the expensive one, right? Because you want to shoot videos. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Show it, Tony. Hold on, Tony. Show it back. Show it. Show your camera,
Sony cameras here.
Look at that. Look at that.
Here,
See?
wow. Over there.
Oh my God! Look at that. You got $10,000 worth of equipment sitting right there, bro.
See, this camera in the front is the Sony A7R II. That's already there, like what, $4,000?
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. There you go. You know, it's not just some because I did a speech on this last month actually in my class because I go to school on how to create a good YouTube video. You know, the first step to even thinking about being a YouTuber is that you must know what a YouTube video is. You know, it's not just something that you log onto your phone and you watch for 5 minutes and then you go to sleep, right? It's not that simple. There's so much more to it when you're creating a video than just watching it. You know, it's like a short. How I define a YouTube video is a short presentation that provides some sort of value, whether informational or entertainment. And those are like the two main avenues here on YouTube. And if you don't provide that value, you can't be a legitimate YouTuber. People would probably not trust you if you just have text going across the screen, you know, text.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just music running on the background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I did for my speech. And that's just the beginning of everything. It's just all up here. You know, it's not even down to the nitty-gritty yet where we have to talk about, you know, how to execute. It's a totally different story.
We have bad audience, but we also have good audience. I have good people comment, really good comments saying, wow, you know, you did such a great job for such a small subscriber size, right?
I totally agree with that, dude. Honestly, I can have 15 bad comments. If I get one good one when I help somebody out, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is just like each time somebody watch my video, I at least want to help somebody out for one day. Like, I made somebody help make a decision. I made it easier for them, whatever the case is. But I helped somebody. That's what I'm aiming for, really.
And if you ask me in person, I will admit to you any day that, listen, I've wanted to quit YouTube before because, you know, there was really no prize in it, or things are just not getting views or whatever. Okay, a few years ago I did, but I had support from friends, I had support from family, and a lot of comments too. And if it wasn't for those comments saying that I helped somebody have a better day, hey, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And the thing about it is, I think what we try to do is bring in a platform of help and support to help people make a judgment about what did I have to spend $1,000 on a device, right? This is be real. That's what it's about, right? We want to help people save money. And so by us helping people save money, people are so insensitive and don't understand how YouTube work. And the first thing they do when we talk about Patreon, right? Are we talking about funding? Are we talking about super chats? Are we talking about, you know, support your channel, support your favorite YouTuber?
Dislike.
People saying, you suck and stuff like that. And I say this, and I say this a lot. A lot of people say, well, I can watch YouTube videos for free. Well, you can't if you don't have an internet connection. You got to have a device to watch it. That means you have to spend money on a monthly service.
And time.
Something.
And time. Yeah. Time is
money.
And
time is money. So you don't watch YouTube for free. You have to pay for something to watch YouTube, okay? So when people say, well, I'll just go to somebody else's YouTube channel, well, that's fine. You're gonna have a lot of people that don't want to come and when you give a snippet of a video and say, hey, look, if you want to see more, go to my Patreon account. Listen, I respect a lot of people that do things like that because I know how hard it is. I know how difficult it is. You think about spending thousands upon thousands of dollars of your house money. I ain't gonna say it's the house money, because if you live with a family, you got an oracle, you got children, you got car note, house note, whatever. You have to buy this stuff. That means you take it away from your family. You take money away from your family to make YouTube videos, and you don't get paid for it. So I do applaud people that do ask for funding, because guess what? At the end of the day, a lot of people say, well, if you can't afford it, don't do YouTube. It's not the point. It's the point is that we love doing it. We want to do it, but sometimes it's funding is necessary, right? I mean, it is, especially if you want to get the truth and justice as I preach on this YouTube channel and stuff like that. And I just feel a lot of people just don't understand the backstory. And I preach it a lot on my YouTube channel. I really do. I preach it. You know? But
you know, honesty is the best policy. Because guess what? If something that really strikes me here in the Apple jailbreak community is iCrack device. He does exclusive jailbreak stuff. He was somebody I looked up to for a very long time. But something he did this past year really made me question him. So somebody else created a jailbreak for the iPhone on iOS 10 or whatever, and it was great. Everybody said, hey, we can do this with our phone now, right? And iCrack device is like the #1 source you go to for information. But he decided to create a tutorial that linked the jailbreak download to his website where he got ad revenue, where he was making money off of the developer. You know,
oh, wow.
And the developer fought back, obviously. I respect him for that. But, I mean, iCrack device, couldn't you just have linked the jailbreak like everybody else? Like everyone else, just link it. How hard can it be? But no, he went through the trouble of trying to get extra money. And now there are so many people now with their opinions in their heads. They just go to Everything Apple Pro. They go to other smaller tech channels now for information because they lost him. So if you build yourself upon a reputation that is not stable, something like that, something small like that can just tip it over, and it just can all be gone in an instant.
It's all about being true to yourself, being true to the people that watch your channel. That's what it's all about. It's all about starting being real and continue being real, and giving the communication to your viewers and subscribers, or if you're making a change, or if it's a sponsored video. Like I do sponsored videos. We all do sponsored videos, right? We do case videos. I don't even do them no more, by the way. We do the case videos, and they send you all kinds of crap in the mail that all unnamed product, and you do a video about, like, man, what is, like the video you did with the SD card blowing your motherboard up. I don't even do those no more. I get tons of emails about that. I don't do those no more. The reason why is because most of it is junk, and I don't want to put junk on my YouTube channel. I used to. You know, I used to make this. They'd be like, yeah, send it to me, send it to me, right? Because I'm trying to do nothing but videos, right? But sometimes I had to sit back and think about this, that I got 2 cases right now that I can't even, I do giveaways. I try to give away, and I can't even give them away, right? Because there's so many of them. Not with the ugly cases. You know what I'm saying? Most people that got cases, they already got the case of choice.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's just one of those things that I believe that as we grow, because we all want to be in the 1 million subscribers, right? We all want to be 1 million subscribers. We all want to get paid. We all want to do the videos. We all want to do what's right, right? At the end of the day, but a lot of people understand we building. It's a concept. We're building our repertoire. We're trying to get where we need to go. Shout out to Jason Gill. He leaving some comments about the jailbreak community. Also, Tony's in the building. Oh, that's you, Tony. You put that. I thought it was another Tony.
I just give you thanks to people.
Yeah, Ford is in the building. Hazel is in the building. What's up with you? Let's see. Albert says, if you don't bring anything important like more storage or considerably big battery, yes, I might skip it. Oh, he's talking about something like. All right, so getting into Albert's point, it's about the OnePlus 5. All right. Now, as we may know, OnePlus has killed Christmas on the OnePlus 5, right? You can't even order it. You can't buy it. You can't do nothing. But we've seen the same song and dance before, right? OnePlus 3 and OnePlus 3T in November. So we've seen the same song and dance before.
Where's the 4?
But now it's something different, because in the OnePlus 3 and the OnePlus 3T, we saw spec bumps. But now we're hearing that since the 836 ain't ready, the OnePlus 5T is going to have the same specs. So what are y'all thoughts about this OnePlus 5T that's going to change the aspect ratio? And they might fix the screen because, the screen upside down. So they might go on and make it up right now, with 18:9 aspect ratio. What y'all guys think about the OnePlus 5T that's coming out next month?
Well, I'm not an expert on the OnePlus 5 or 5T, so I can't really give like a professional opinion. But I will say that right now, we're not sure how the market's going to react, because Apple has been doing this thing for years where they have like slightly better specs for the larger phone, and then if you watch the Google Pixel 2 keynote, yeah, they totally dissed on Apple for doing that. They say, oh, our Pixel has the same features on both of them, even though the screens are drastically different. So we really do have to see once those devices come out.
Right. So before we continue, Rob Pouncer just gave me a super chat. Super chat is wide open, guys. Woo! I got $2. Yes. Yay! For the $2 of the super chat. Yeah, I'm jumping up and down. Woo! Super chat. Yes. Welcome to the Superdome. You got it though.
Thanks for the support, everyone.
Yes, thank you for the support. All right, so OnePlus 5T.
My thoughts on it, man. I'm gonna keep it real. If OnePlus, instead of breaking it up, how they do like every few months they bring out the 5T version, whatever. If they release them like side by side, kind of made maybe like the OnePlus 5, a smaller variant, then kind of had the OnePlus 5T, whatever, that may be good versus just canceling all support for their previous devices and then making something new, which is not even really new. You know what I mean? Right now, it seems like they're just trying to grab money. And it's just like it's like a selfish move. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit there and sell me this phone, and then you're gonna stop supporting it for a little bit, and you're gonna bring out another phone, and it's gonna do the same thing all over again. It's like, dog, you just raping my pocket.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I got my OnePlus 5, I sent it back. I had some issues with it, right? But man, you got to be upset if you're a OnePlus 5 owner right now. Like, you mean tell me even the OnePlus go give you support? We know this already. But damn, man, I mean, the phone ain't even 4 months old.
Right.
Discontinued.
Right.
As an Apple fanboy, not really, but I do have to comment on this because everybody's hating on the iPhone 8 for being, similar or virtually the same as the previous ones. But if you think about it, the iPhone 8 is a really great phone because it has good features. It's got speed. It's got battery life, improvements, everything you'd want in a new device. It just looks the same, And everybody's hating on it because it doesn't look
different.
different.
Should have been that, right? The iPhone 7.
Yeah, I agree.
Think about this because you got the iPhone 6 Plus, right? 6S Plus, 6S, right? Then when you come up with the iPhone 7, that's what the iPhone should have been. Now I could be the A11 Bionic chip and all that could be subjective, but that design, that design, as beautiful as it is, I would agree that Apple should have did that with the iPhone 7 and then come out with the iPhone 10 and maybe 10 Plus. You get where I'm going there with this? Maybe come out with the iPhone 10 at the 5.8 and maybe the iPhone 10 Plus, maybe 6.4. That would have been perfect, beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, but I got a question for you, Apple Geek. Let's be real here, because I know you said that the iPhone 8 has speed and whatnot, but have you actually ever used like an iPhone and just wish like, man, I wish my single core score was 4,000? Like, no, I mean, I don't really think, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. Yeah, really
I get where you're going.
Point, yeah, like at this
because
point,
when it comes to everyday usage, guess what? The 6S is still fine.
Yeah,
it's still fine. But just for me personally, as a YouTuber, having the latest and greatest is.
Yeah.
But otherwise, for a normal consumer, 6S, 7, there you go.
Right. So before we continue, Phone Taker Work with Team 100 also sent me a super chat. Yeah, super chat in the building. That's it. Super chat is wide open. Y'all want to support Easy Computer Solutions and support the cause. It's hard getting all these guests on here like this. I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all think it's easy just to get YouTubers to come on. Man, we have to actually contact people. We communicate with people. We get the time slots. We got bookends and all that stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's not easy doing that. You know, it's just not easy. It's not. And shout out to the people that's working behind the scenes that's making this work. Thank y'all guys for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. That's right. Easy. Thank you. All right, guys. I would like to acknowledge the people that like to give me that super chat. I get hyped up over there. Y'all just don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, you should though, man, because you know they don't have to do that. So if they doing that, man, no matter how much they give, they showing love. Hell, I'd be jumping up for joy too.
Every
so
counts.
Yeah.
So let's see. DJ Fundamental said, but the iPhone costs so damn much. It's so damn expensive.
Agreed.
And it's so far behind tech when you got the Galaxy Note 8 and you can just pull out that S Pen and voila.
I'm going on record as saying. I'm going on record as saying.
Can you do that on the iPhone? Can you do this on the iPhone? No.
Unless another phone comes out with an S Pen, there's no phone, in my opinion, that's better than a Note 8. That S Pen offers so much that other phones don't.
That's right. But guess what? We heard rumors that the iPhone next year will have an Apple Pen.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have a pen. We'll have a pen next year. There you
go.
go.
No Apple doesn't have it where you can magnetize the pen to the phone. I guarantee you it's not going to be in the phone. If they do support it, I guarantee you it's not going to be in the phone.
Yeah.
I gotta meet something.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. When I used to travel a lot, I'm an Android fanboy. No, not fanboy, but Android guy since whatever, right? And I love my Note 8. You know, thumbs up for that. But when I used to travel a lot for work, I used to carry my iPhone. And the reason for that was because like ticketing for the airlines and all that stuff is so much integrated, so much easy to use, and the battery lasted so long that I was using my iPhone while I still have my whatever Android phone on my bag to use later once I arrived to the location I was in. I don't want to talk bad about Apple because they are easy to use, you know, but they're behind on the innovation. They're totally behind, but they are easy to use. If you're a person that don't like to tweak your phone and mess with the phone, you know, that's why they like their iPhones, right?
And for those of you who do like to tweak, there's jailbreaking.
Yep.
But I'm a tweaker.
Yep. And so somebody left a comment. So somebody left a comment and said that you could do that with a $200 Stylo 3, and yes, you can. I got a Stylo 3.
Let's be perfectly clear, dog.
Nah, man.
Let's be perfectly clear, dog. You're not clear what an LG S Pen fail. I'm not letting that ride. I have an LG Stylo 2 in my crib right now, dog. And my mother-in-law has that phone. I would never in my life compare an LG Stylo to a Note 8 S Pen. It is nowhere near the same, fam.
Right now, it's not even close.
Let's kill it,
Now, a
dog.
point I wanted to make on this whole stylus thing, and somebody said it in the comments too. I think it's Jason Julme. Sorry if I butchered your name. But 10 years ago, when Steve Jobs was like, the iPhone, you know, he was like, phones with styluses are retarded. We don't need that. And now, you know, and that was the whole selling point of the iPhone. You know, it was supposed to be different from the other phones, and I respect that for, you know, for what it is. Now, Apple's compromise a few years ago with the Apple Pencil. Let's just shoot this thing down, stab it full of holes. The Apple Pencil is literally retarded. Okay, I can see that some uses for it with the pro section of the iPads. If somebody like is an artist, then yeah. But first of all, the way you charge the thing.
Right.
You take your iPad and you plug it into the end of the iPad like this.
Right.
So it's sticking out like this long.
Yeah. So it has a little dip. Right?
Couldn't you have made an attachment or something on the iPad where it clips on the iPad or something? Like, come on, or made the pencil independent, you know, not battery operated, you know, like the S Pen. And that's why I like the idea of the S Pen having, you know, that convenience over the Apple Pencil, because the pencil's retarded. It's retarded.
Right. I mean, I look at it like this. I mean, I think Apple Pros is like the third. It's gonna be a third generation. All right. So we were saying that Apple got to bring it to the iPhone. It has to come. I mean, they've been testing out this Apple Pro Pencil for 3 years. So we see it's got to come to the iPhone, right? I mean, it's coming. I mean, they discontinued the Air, so they don't have the iPad Air anymore. So it's the iPad Pros. That's it. iPad Pros with the pencil.
And then iPad.
And they got the iPad. Yeah, right. There you go. The iPad.
Yeah.
They just
cut off the name.
The next iPhone is going to be the iPhone, and it's going to be like, nah, for real.
I mean, well, when you think about it, it makes sense because these tech companies have so much trouble counting to 10. Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, then Windows 10. What happened to 9? Was it so bad they couldn't ship?
Right.
And
no
then
5,
it's
no
8.1.
8.1. Oh, yeah. So then we have the iPhones. It started at the iPhone 2G, and now it's at the iPhone 8, and then the 10. What's next? The 12? Can you not count Apple?
It's the 9 because isn't 9 supposed to be bad luck on somewhere in, I don't know, in Asia?
Yeah. No idea.
Well, I thought it was the 6, right? I mean, no, I'm sorry, the 8, 9. Oh, I don't know. Wait, I thought it was.
That's what I read somewhere. I don't know.
6.
Like, what happened to the iPhone 7S? What's going to happen to the 8S? Is it going to be a 9? What about the 9S?
Right. Skip like
These
4
are like
years.
legitimate questions here.
Well, the thing about it is, Apple always make incremental upgrades. So this is the iPhone 8. This is it. That means the next update will be the same body style. Look like that's going to be the case, but they're going to add more features. This is where the S Pen go come in at. This is what Apple gonna do. Y'all didn't know? Oh, y'all didn't know that the 8S is going to have that pen come out of there. Y'all didn't know?
Yeah.
Just like with the iPhone 5 and 5S, they bought Touch ID. So they're going to bring the pen. They're going to bring that pen. Now, it would have been nice if Apple would have done it this year, right? I mean, it's the 10th anniversary. They make the big hoopla about this is the 10th anniversary of the iPhone. It would have been nice if they would have bought the pen this year.
I don't care what they bring.
If you think about it, the iPhone 10 is actually the 12th iPhone, not the 10th iPhone. Because we have the the 2G, 3G, 3GS, 4, 4S, that's 5, and then 5, 5S, 6, 6S, 7, 8, and then 10.
Yeah, their math is. There's no logic with that. That's the point. We're Apple. We're gonna do it. You're gonna accept it and shut up and go back.
Well, I had this at a trivia question when I did the giveaway Tuesday. By the way, every Tuesday, check out the Chad Christian show, which I'll be on that show. We give away a lot of stuff every Tuesday night. And one of my questions was, well, how many iPhones that Apple have? Even though it's a 10th anniversary, right? Mm-hmm. Apple have a total of 18 iPhones. 18. And let me give them to you from 2007 all the way to 2017, which is 10 years. I'm counting to you. The iPhone 2G, iPhone 3G, iPhone 3GS, iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, iPhone 5S, iPhone 5C, right? iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, iPhone 6S, and iPhone 6S Plus. The iPhone SE. iPhone SE came out in 2016, along with the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus. And then in 2017, we got the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus. And then later on next month, we get the iPhone X. A total of 18 iPhones.
Woo! Yep. I had the SE for a year. It was a great phone because it was reminiscent of the Steve Jobs design, the Steve Jobs era, but they just can't count to 10, man.
Well, just to be fair, the Note went from the Note 5 to the Note 7. They skipped 6. All right.
Yeah.
But they had like a legit reason for that. Even though it was still corny, it was like, yo, we trying to, what I'm saying? We don't want people to think they got last year models. All right, fam. I'm gonna give you that, whatever.
And then it blew up.
At least that was like a strategic move. Apple, dog, they wearing this S name out because remember originally the S really stood for Siri when it came out for the iPhone. It was supposed to be, representative Siri.
I thought it was speed, right? For the iPhone 4, the iPhone 3GS, it was all about speed.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? Yeah,
the 3G data connection. Yeah.
yeah, that is true. So I mean, but even still, like if you look at like some of the seven, like if you look at from the 6 to the 6S, the speed is not usually like drastically different. I mean, iPhone, they make fast phones. We know that their chipsets are like the best out there. So y'all probably just have to drop that S and come up with something else, man. Like honestly, at this
I think
point,
that's actually what they're moving towards now, as we see that there is no 7S, even though the 8 should have been the 7S. You
yeah.
know, we'll have to see. It's a matter of time before we see their new.
Some people believe in the comments about the Red Edition 7.
Right.
This was just another color. It was another iteration of an iPhone. So the product Red, I didn't count that as an iPhone because it's an iPhone 7. It's just a different color. That's it. So you can't really do product Red. There's no changes. Same internals, same everything. So the iPhone 7, it would be considered the 7.
Yeah, and let's all agree that red phone, they should have put a black front on it.
Dude, why didn't they do that? Why did they not do that?
It looks like an iPod Touch.
Dude, that's exactly what it looked like. I don't understand why they didn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could have sold a lot more than they did.
If you want to be different, y'all don't understand Apple. Y'all got to think about this. Y'all got to look at the bigger picture here. Look at Google and look at Apple. Look at the bigger picture. Y'all not looking at the bigger picture. Google don't care about hardware. They only care about software. So when the Google Pixel come out looking like crap, they don't care. They want to showcase Android. Well, Apple kind of in the same boat. They ain't worried about all the rest of that stuff, man. They worried about this we gonna bring innovation. This Apple way or no way. Sheep, stand up. Put your head up high because we got to do iPhone coming on the 27th. Pre-orders, guys. Get ready. Get your credit card ready. Parents, you know your daughter and your son gonna want you to pre-order that device. So get ready. Get your popcorn ready. Then also when your son and daughter get the iPhone, get ready for them to complain that they don't like that small phone. They don't like those little gestures and all that crap. They want the old iPhone back. So you got to go fight with AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and Sprint to return the phone and try to get the iPhone 8. So iPhone 8 sales are going to go up as the return rate of the iPhone 10. And I'm just saying this, I don't know, I'm just effing around, but I mean, for what I've heard through a lot of inside info, that a lot of people may not like all the touch gestures and all. They want a simple iPhone. Yeah. Just give me iOS 11.1 because 11 is, I don't know what's wrong with it right now. It's got all these bugs and crap.
I'm on 11.1 right now. It is so much better than the launch. So much better. My battery life will actually last, normal now.
Yeah, when I was reviewing the 8 Plus, when it first came with 11, iOS 11, the battery was draining way more than I was used to on an iPhone. Like I had the iPhone 7 Plus before, but I don't know, for some reason the iPhone 8 Plus is just draining for no reason. It's like, what the hell is going on? So I'm happy they've been fixing that.
Yeah. Right. So 11.1 should be out within a week, actually, before or on the iPhone 10 launch, because it's been in beta. It's on the GM right now, so it should be a week before it's out. Yay! And one thing I wanted to mention earlier was about Apple and simplicity. And one of the really big points that they've always shown at WWDC when introducing software is accessibility. For people who are disabled or visually impaired, whatever. For those people to actually use technology if they lost one of their 5 senses or are impaired. And I'm just wondering, how are they going to do that with the iPhone 10 if it's got no button and it's all touch gestures, I mean, how is VoiceOver going to speak gestures,
Because you got to sit down with Granny and say, Granny, let me show you how to do this. Go swipe up, Grandma. Swipe down, Grandma. Swipe to the left. Swipe to like you're doing the dance. Come on, Grandma. Let's do the dance. Let's do the Apple dance. Swipe to the up. Swipe up. Swipe down. Swipe to the left. Swipe to the right.
Unlock my phone, Siri.
Yeah.
Right.
Unlock my phone, Siri. I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm just saying, like, if somebody, like, let's say they're blind, they're completely or legally blind, how are they going to use Face ID if they, you know? It's just one of the questions that I have, because Apple is always so big on accessibility when releasing new firmwares. So we shall see.
It's a government conspiracy. Don't y'all understand? They want your face.
Yeah,
it's all about
that's why I ain't getting it.
Samsung wants your eyeballs, so they all working in cahoots together.
Samsung wants your eyeballs. Well, Apple wants your face.
If you watch the iPhone X launch keynote, they have this picture, you know, to illustrate Face ID. This creepy picture. It's got all these faces attached to the wall. You know, it's just, this is how we scan your face using this technology. I'm just like, oh, then you hang them up on that wall. Okay. You know, that's kind of creepy, because if they did it in testing, there's probably a hidden setting somewhere that'll allow them to extract it. I mean, come on, they made the phone.
Yeah.
So, guys, we right at the top of the hour. Oh, man. So I try to keep these streams about 2 hours. But we've been talking. You know, we haven't stopped talking since the stream started. That's awesome. But we at the top of the hour, and we be talking about 20 hours. We'll be talking about 20 hours before we get out of here. All right. So we right at the end of the stream, guys. And we're right at the top of the hour. And one thing I want to say is I really do appreciate the panel. I really appreciate everybody here. And before I leave, I want to let these guys say again their YouTube channels, so everybody can go hit that subscribe button. Just go follow them. Go follow them. But look, I got more subscribers than me. So where my 19,000? Where my 19,000? Look, he got 19,000. Where my 19,000? So I'm not hating, but I want my 19,000. So
I'll be at 20.
I geek. Let them know how they can reach you on your YouTube channel, sir.
All right. So my name is Yen. I run the YouTube channel called iAppleGeek. If you can't find it, search iAppleGeek 3. That was my original name. I had to change it. There you go. He's putting it up on the screen right now. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is the best place to reach me if you got questions and whatnot. My DMs are open. If I get too many spams, obviously I'll shut them off. But yeah, I do stuff like tech reviews, software, Apple's new software. You guys can see some things down there on the screen. There's random stuff like Game Boy emulators, jailbreak tweaks. You know, I've got kind of a little bit of everything. So if you're into Apple, here I am.
There it is. So go check him out, guys. He got all this stuff about iOS 11. I need to go watch some of this stuff, because I tell you what, I've been hearing all kinds of stuff about iOS 11. So go check it out right here on this YouTube channel, iAppleGeek. That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
Thank you.
Man, Sean, be nice.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, Sean Be Nice. Always dropping heat rock for y'all, man. I say Monday through Friday, but Monday through Thursday, my heavy hitting days, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I review tech, mainly cell phones at the moment. I will be getting a new laptop, HP. Make sure y'all watch out for that video. I also do game walkthroughs for all my gamers out there. I talk about video games, tech news.
V30 or something or what?
Yeah, right now I'm reviewing the LG V30. Just to give you guys a little heads up, my next video is really going to be talking about is the LG V30 actually water resistant. I'm seeing water spots on my camera, so make sure you guys look out for that. Yeah, man, I do giveaways. On the best way to reach me if I got a question, if it's not through YouTube, I'm on Instagram every day posting stuff, and I answer everybody, especially on YouTube, man. I am very interactive with my community on there, man. So make sure you gotta check y'all boy out, man. I'm out here daily with that heat rock, man, for real.
That's what I'm talking about. So check him out, Sean Be Nice, on his YouTube channel. Check him out. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, my man Tony.
Hey guys, Tony Tech Insights. I do tech reviews of any kind of tech, phones. I do computer hardware builds. Soon I'm gonna start posting stuff about programming and cloud computing. So go ahead and register. I respond to all my messages in YouTube. I'm also on Twitter. I tweet a lot. I'm on Instagram also and Facebook. So go ahead and follow me, and you know, keep up.
That is. That's what I'm talking about. Hey man, I see you got this custom gaming PC, man. I gotta give it to you. i7 processor because you got that GTX 1080 Ti. That's a like
right here.
wait. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me get to everybody. There it is. oh, look at that. Woohoo!
It's right behind me, right there. I have the RGB off right now because I'm gonna be filming a video on how to set up the whole RGB on the computer. You know, the lighting, the software, everything. So I have it off right now because I want to do it on the video.
Right. There it is. All right, guys.
As we do for YouTube.
I got feedback. Oh, you know what? That's me. No, that ain't me. Somebody got feedback. But it's all right. That's all good. Thank y'all guys very much for coming. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. Don't forget about Monday Morning Hangover, which I will be right here live every Monday morning. Don't forget about every Tuesday night. I'm on the Chad Christian Show, the way we do all them hot giveaways. And don't forget about Wine Wednesday. Every Wednesday night, right here, Easy Computer Solutions. And we're going to do it every week, every Saturday night, right here, Easy Computer Solutions. Thank y'all guys very much. Go follow these guys. Hit their subscribe button and check them out. Watch their YouTube content. Don't be a ghost subscriber. Really watch their content. If you like it, subscribe and let them know how you feel about their content. See y'all guys Monday. Peace.
Hey, deuces.